Welcome back to Best Matches, where we bring you the latest and greatest in the world of movies. Today, we're going to take a look at the top 10 best movies of the famous, talented, and beloved American actor, Leonardo DiCaprio. Are you a fan of him? Let us know in the comment down below. Let's get into the video. Number 10. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood visits 1969 Los Angeles, where everything is changing, as TV star Rick Dalton and his longtime stunt double Cliff Booth make their way around an industry they hardly recognize anymore. The ninth film from the writer-director features a large ensemble cast and multiple storylines in a tribute to the final moments of Hollywood's golden age. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is a 2019 comedy-drama film written and directed by Quentin Tarantino. Produced by Columbia Pictures, Bona Film Group, Heyday Films, and Visione Romantica, and distributed by Sony Pictures Releasing, it is a co-production between the United States, United Kingdom, and China. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood premiered at the 2019 Cannes Film Festival on May 21, 2019, and was theatrically released in the United States on July 26, 2019, and in the United Kingdom on August 14. The film grossed $374 million worldwide and received praise from critics for Tarantino's direction and screenplay, the performances, cinematography, soundtrack, sound design, costume design, and production values. Number 9. Blood Diamond, a story following Archer, a man tormented by his underlying foundations. With a solid endurance impulse, he has made himself a central participant occupied with struggle jewels. Political distress is wild in Sierra Leone as individuals battle tooth for tooth. After gathering Solomon and the lovely Maddie, Bowman's life-altering events perpetually as he is allowed an opportunity to bury the hatchet with the conflict around him. Blood Diamond is a 2006 American political action thriller film directed and co-produced by Edward Zwick. The film received mainly positive reviews, with praise directed toward the performances of DiCaprio and Hounsou. The film grossed $171 million worldwide and received 5 Oscar nominations, including Best Actor for DiCaprio and Best Supporting Actor for Hounsou. DiCaprio received a nomination for a Golden Globe Award for Best Actor, Motion Picture Drama, also nominated that year in the same category for The Departed. In addition, DiCaprio and Hounsou were nominated for Outstanding Male Actor in a Leading Role and Outstanding Male Actor in a Supporting Role at the 13th Screen Actors Guild Awards. Number 8. The Revenant. While investigating Strange Wild in 1823, unbelievable frontiersman Hugh Glass supports wounds from a fierce bear assault. While his hunting crew leaves him for dead, Glass should use his basic instincts to find a way back home while staying away from locals on their own chase. Grief-stricken and fueled by vengeance, Glass journey across the snowy territory to find John Fitzgerald, the previous compatriot who sold out and deserted him. The Revenant is a 2015 American action drama film directed by Alejandro G. Inarritu. The screenplay by Mark L. Smith and Inarritu is based in part on Michael Punk's 2002 novel The Revenant, which describes frontiersman Hugh Glass's experiences in 1823, and which is based on the 1915 poem The Song of Hugh Glass. It won 3 Golden Globe Awards and 5 BAFTA Awards, including Best Film at both ceremonies. At the 88th Academy Awards, the film received 12 nominations, including Best Picture and Best Supporting Actor. Number 7. Catch Me If You Can, a true story about Frank Abagnale Jr. who, before his 19th birthday, successfully conned millions of dollars worth of checks as a Pan Am pilot, doctor, and legal prosecutor. An FBI agent makes it his mission to put him behind bars. But Frank not only eludes capture, he revels in the pursuit. Catch Me If You Can is a 2002 American biographical crime comedy drama film directed and produced by Steven Spielberg. The film opened on December 25, 2002, to critical and commercial success. At the 75th Academy Awards, Christopher Walken and John Williams were nominated for Best Supporting Actor and Best Original Score, respectively. Number 6. Shutter Island. In 1954, upcoming U.S. Marshal Teddy Daniels is doled out to research the vanishing of a patient from Boston's Screen Island Ashcliffe Emergency Clinic. He's been pushing for a task on the island for individual reasons, yet in a little while he believes he's been brought there as a feature of a curved plot by medical clinic specialists, whose extreme therapies range from deceptive to against the law to tremendously evil. Teddy's savvy exploring abilities before long give a promising lead, yet the medical clinic declines him admittance to records he suspects would tear the case completely open. As a typhoon removes correspondence with the central area, more hazardous crooks escape, in the disarray, and the confounding, Impossible signs duplicate, Teddy starts to uncertainty everything: his memory, his accomplice, even his own mental soundness. Shutter Island is a novel by American writer Dennis Lehane, published by HarperCollins in April 2003. A film adaptation of the novel, adapted by Leda Kalogridis and directed by Martin Scorsese, was released on February 19, 2010. Number 5. The Departed. In this crime-action masterpiece, the South Boston State Police Force is taking up arms against Irish-American coordinated crime. Youthful secret cop Billy Costigan is relegated to invade the crowd organization run by gangland boss Forthright Costello. While Billy rapidly gains Costello's certainty, Colin Sullivan, a solidified youthful criminal who has penetrated the state police as a source for the organization, is ascending to a influential place in the unique examination unit. Each man turns out to be profoundly consumed by their twofold lives, gathering data about the plans and counter-plans of the tasks they have entered. However, when it turns out to be obvious to both the crowd and the police that there is a mole in their middle, Billy and Colin are unexpectedly at risk for being gotten and presented to the foe, and each should competition to reveal the personality of the other man so as to save themselves. However, is either able to turn on their companions and confidants they've made during their long stretches secret? The Departed is a 2006 American epic crime thriller film directed by Martin Scorsese and written by William Monahan. The Departed was a critical and commercial success, receiving acclaim for its direction, performances, particularly of DiCaprio, Nicholson, and Wahlberg, screenplay, and editing. It won several accolades, including 4 Oscars at the 79th Academy Awards, for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Film Editing. Number 4. The Wolf of Wall Street. In the mid-1990s, Jordan Belfort collaborated with his accomplice Donny Ossoff and began business firm Stratton Oakmont. Their organization rapidly develops from a staff of 20 to a staff of more than 250, and their status in the exchanging local area and money road develops dramatically. Such a lot of that organizations document their underlying public contributions through them. As their status develops, so do how much substances they misuse, thus do their falsehoods. They draw consideration like no other, tossing rich gatherings for their staff when they hit it big on high exchanges. That at last prompts Belfort highlighted on the front of Forbes magazine, being designated the Wolf of Wall Street. With the FBI onto Belfort's exchanging plans, he devises better approaches to cover his tracks and watch his fortune develop. Belfort eventually thinks of a plan to stash their money in a European bank. Yet, with the FBI keeping a close eye on him, how long can Belfort and Ossoff keep up with their intricate riches and sumptuous ways of life? The Wolf of Wall Street is a 2013 American epic biographical black comedy crime film directed by Martin Scorsese and written by Terrence Winter, based on Jordan Belfort's 2007 memoir of the same name. The film received positive reviews, and some moral censure, from critics and appeared on several Best of the Year lists. It was nominated for several awards, including 5 at the 86th Academy Awards ceremony: Best Picture, Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Actor, for DiCaprio, and Best Supporting Actor, for Hill. DiCaprio won Best Actor, Musical or Comedy at the 71st Golden Globe Awards, where the film was also nominated for Best Picture, Musical or Comedy. Number 3. Killers of the Flower Moon. Members of the Osage tribe in the United States are murdered under mysterious circumstances in the 1920s, sparking a major FBI investigation involving J. Edgar Hoover. Killers of the Flower Moon is a 2023 American epic Western crime drama film directed and produced by Martin Scorsese, who co-wrote the screenplay with Eric Roth. Based on the 2017 book of the same name by David Gran. Killers of the Flower Moon premiered at the 76th Cannes Film Festival on May 20, 2023 to widespread critical acclaim. It is scheduled to be released in select theaters on October 6 before a wide release in the United States on October 20 by Apple TV Plus and Paramount Pictures. Number 2. Inception. Dom Cobb is a skilled thief, the very best in the hazardous craft of extraction, taking important mysteries from profound inside the subliminal during the fantasy state, when the brain is at its generally powerless. Cobb's uncommon capacity has made him a sought-after player in this slippery new universe of corporate surveillance, yet it has likewise made him a global criminal, and cost him all that he has at any point cherished. Presently Cobb is being offered an opportunity at reclamation. One final occupation could give him his life back, however, provided that he can achieve the inconceivable, commencement. Rather than the ideal heist, Cobb and his group of experts need to pull off the converse. Their undertaking isn't to take a thought, however, to establish one. Assuming they succeed, it very well may be the ideal wrongdoing. In any case, no measure of cautious preparation or mastery can set up the group for the hazardous foe that appears to anticipate everything they might do. An adversary that Maine Cobb might have seen coming. Inception is a 2010 science fiction action film written and directed by Christopher Nolan, who also produced the film with Emma Thomas, his wife. Inception's premiere was held in London on July 8, 2010. It was released in both conventional and IMAX theaters beginning on July 16, 2010. Inception grossed over $828 million worldwide, becoming the fourth highest grossing film of 2010. Number 1. Titanic. 84 years later, a 100-year-old woman named Rose DeWitt Bukater tells the story to her granddaughter Lizzie Calvert, Brock Lovett, Louis Bodine, Bobby Buell and Anatoly Mikhailovich on the Keldysh about her life set in April 10, 1912, on a ship called Titanic when young Rose boards the departing ship with the upper-class passengers and her mother, Ruth DeWitt Bukater, and her fiancé, Caledon Hockley. Meanwhile, a drifter and artist named Jack Dawson and his best friend Fabrizio De Rossi win third-class tickets to the ship in a game. And she explains the whole story from departure until the death of Titanic on its first and last voyage. Titanic is a 1997 American disaster film directed, written, produced, and co-edited by James Cameron, incorporating both historical and fictionalized aspects. Titanic was released on December 19, 1997. It was praised for its visual effects, performances, particularly those of DiCaprio, Winslet, and Stewart, production values, direction, score, cinematography, story and emotional depth. Among other awards, it was nominated for 14 Academy Awards and won 11, including Best Picture and Best Director, tying Ben-Hur, 1959, for the most Academy Awards won by a film. With an initial worldwide gross of over $1.84 billion, Titanic was the first film to reach the billion-dollar mark. It was the highest-grossing film of all time until Cameron's next film, Avatar, 2009, surpassed it in 2010. A number of re-releases have pushed the film's worldwide total to $2.257 billion, making it the second film to gross more than $2 billion worldwide after Avatar. It was selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry in 2017. Thank you for joining us today as we counted down the top 10 best movies of Leonardo DiCaprio. Which movie are you most excited to see? And who do you want to be in the next video? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more movie updates and recommendations. Thanks for watching.